massive golden disc is covered with intrinsic carvings and inscriptions. You're able to pick out symbols representing plants, wildlife, and boats, but there's no indiscernible order or meaning to their configuration. You note that the vacant expression in the control panel matches the engravings rings you found in the ruins. Read the main inscriptions. To all wayward kin far from family shores, that this chart point the way home. That your tribe may welcome you with open arms. Engravings remember what the dead forget. Take comfort in the sanctuary, read its teachings, and let knowledge guide the hand that turns the wheel. Guess I better write that down. Study the engravings, look for a pattern. You can vaguely see how different points of the engraving seem to match up, forming a continued shape in spite of being situated on opposite sides of the carving. That didn't really make much sense. Rings settle into place, fitting neatly around their central axis. The outer ring is inscribed with passages in the Huana runic language. 4 symbols decorate the inner wheel. They show pillars of luminous adra, a native kuoki fruit, a depiction of the Huana water shaper arp, and a lovely engraved island. The way these inscriptions align suggests a relationship between the two. Something about the island catches your attention. The runes surrounding it are particularly elaborate, and every measurement uses it as a point of origin. Akira, we are both seeing this. The Akira brings a shaking hand up to wipe his mouth. A set of dots on the inscribed panel of the outer ring suggests that it should be rotated in a sequence, starting from 1 and ending at 4. Inscription. Though the root grow from Rebuku's likeness bills, the yield is a welcome reprieve. Root. I'm going to die if I get this wrong. Do I die if I get this wrong? I don't want to die. See fruit. Turn the wheel until the passage aligns with a symbol of the fruit. The way the control panel sits atop the disc suggests that you could push the configuration down. Press your weight onto the panel. Deep inside the disc, you hear the rotation of heavy parts. The gold ring springs back up, ready to spin again. A covenant to safeguard the purified limbs or the health and safety of the Deadfire. Adra. Our covenant. I would say the Adra. I don't know what Yukaizu is, but Yukaizu is a land, right? Can it be the water shapers because they're not a covenant? And, petrified, well, petrified. They're not moving anywhere, Adra, so spin the wheel until the inscriptions aligns with the symbol of the luminous Andra. The wheel settles into place with some resistance, likely owing to age and neglect. Beneath the disc, the groaning of gears sound once more. Yeah, The inscription: Negati gifted her chosen people with dominion over a dark and turbulent kingdom. Chosen people, so that'll be the Water Shapers. I'm guessing, like I say, Ukaizo's definitely an island. And it definitely looks like it's going to be the last one. So I'm going to say Water Shaper. Turn the wheel, line up the symbol of water shaping with the inscription. Yep. A cacophonous grinding sound bills from somewhere deep beneath the disc. Whether this indicates a favourable outcome does not remain to be unseen. Oh, great. Our origin, our destination, our home. Wherever we go, she is on the horizon. So I'm going to assume that's Ukaizo. Hopefully. Anyway. It takes an extra hard push, but the ring settles into place. A long silence follows in which you are forced to wonder whether or not you input the correct combination, and what consequences might follow either way. Okay, manipulating the control panel has rotated the rings of the massive inner discs into a new configuration, one that lines up with a neat precision. The engravings intersect in a manner that forms the shape of a Deadfire. The emergent image is not exactly a map, but an index of islands and coordinates organised in relation to each other. You recognise several of the cited locations as containing nothing but open water. Charting the path by this obsolete system now would be impossible. The word Ukaizo stands out from the other named islands. You take a rubbing of the disc on its completed form, judging by your surrounding. This coordinate system has gone untouched for millennia. Your findings may be of interest to someone. Oh, nice. Ooh, so I can destroy it or do I want to leave it? Hmm. Do I want to destroy it? Find a heavy rock and hoist it above the disc. Smash in the rotation. Oh, oh, no! After all this artifact has endured, do not let our coming be this death sentence. Knowledge is dangerous in the wrong hands. And the right hands are the ones bent on destroying art. You know what? My heart on this matter turns away and covers his mouth. Okay, alright. Alright. Let's see what happens. This will be interesting. Knowledge. Okay. You're in a library and you can't find the right books. Well, there's billions of them. Look at them. Look harder at the words, not just the pictures. Oh, come on. How else are we supposed to read? Thank you. that it? Was that it? Alright. Doot.
I heard you.
Yeah, you did. Alright, so this one... What was this weapon again? And I'm unsure whether I want to give her that new weapon. Reduce base damage, attacks in a line, maximum 3 targets. So does that mean if I shoot this here? Yes. Yes it does. I have to be very particular on how I use this.
Good.
Skeletal figure clutches a scroll in both of his gnarled hands. His skin crinkles like old parchment, and with every movement, pulls to the point of nearly tearing. He glances up, his eyes burning and severe in their intensity. Well, we know who this is. How he's still alive, I have no idea, 'cause I'm pretty sure I took his head.
No! I watched you die, crushed under that castle! Your monument to hubris.
What little remains of his lips pull back to reveal long, gumless teeth and a perpetual grimace.
Again you interrupt my plans, and again I am forced to compensate.
He closes his fist around the scroll and shoves it away. Oh, that'll be that last scroll I need then. Okay, cool. I wonder what happened to my little pet. Yeah, that's true, because he was a pet in the last one. Yeah, I could have sworn I watched you die as well. But here we stand.
Whatever luck or intervention wrested you away from the beyond, I'll venture that it has limits.
His eyes narrow as he studies you.
My days of bouncing in your shadow or being jostled amongst spears and daggers are over. This is the end of our sordid companionship.
There was never a companionship. Well, technically yes, but
whatever beginner's luck won you the day at Cragholt has expired. Fate brought us here to correct its error. One such offense was inexcusable. Your very presence, an abomination.
An abomination.
Rather cocky for a man with no skin.
Then I'll borrow some of yours. Describe a spell that shrinks ears.
Grimaces to Elof, okay. Again, speaking of abomination, didn't I kill you again? Seems like I'm just taking the same one. You're one to talk.
I see we've already descended to petty jabs. This should be over soon.
Easily.
If the Circle sent you to interrupt my research, I'll fashion a scarecrow of your remains to deter their next hapless victim.
Well, the Torn Bannermen laid siege to Cragholt before. Why are they working for you now?
I'm sure that pig-headed Commander Bailerin is having a chuckle over the irony from whichever spoke of the great wheel he calls home.
Yeah, that's true.
The Bannermen are loyal to a full purse, and my investments have paid off over several lifetimes.
Bolts body arms and scowls at you. So how'd you end up in a Deadfire?
I had planned on taking vengeance by leveling your castle, but that sea-striding Ardra buffoon stole the opportunity out from under me. From there, it was the trivial work of dragging myself across the Deerwood toward a dock. One mouthful of soil at a time.
Alright, so he must have been with us and just crawled out. Okay.
Then I arrived in the Deadfire as any simpleton would. by boat.
So what's your interest in the observatory?
That arcane upstart Bekarna might not have been as unhinged as we once assumed. The Circle discounted her theories about a deep well of power in the Deadfire. All that changed when I felt its pulse.
Closes his fingers as if to capture something ethereal from the air.
Your presence tells me that the Circle has felt it too.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here if you found what you're seeking.
How astute. Now, if you're finished dissecting my academic setbacks, I am a rather busy lick.
Okay. Syn calls a halt, raises his bony fingers and mutters an incantation under his breath. Fight, 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 fight. Oh,
I'm not going anywhere like this.
well, there's not much I can do here. Like I say, I would have to kill them. Should be simple enough. Don't want to get into range of them. Did I miss? I guess I must have missed. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Yes.
Well, they're gonna have to come to me anyway, so. Through the telescope. An ocean of stars stretches out before you. The night sky is no stranger, but you seldom see it with such intimacy. A dizzy spell overtakes you. The stars blur out their normal positions. When you focus returns, each of the celestial bodies crackle one by one, their light bleeding together. The stars converge to form a series of winking eyes. Greetings, pal. The words spell themselves out in the stars. Beneath the winkling eyes, the crescent moon slowly widens and rotates into a groom. Well. While you're looking around, try not to think too hard about what's up here. Some secrets are worth keeping. The largest of the eye winks. You blink and the night sky reasserts its normal configuration.
You look like you could use some fresh air.
Say that again. Okay, look for the constellation Huntress. You spot the Huntress with ease. Or bandolier of weapons standing out as a band of stars. Okay, Kingfisher. You move. Panther.
Will do.
Read the plaque. Bekarna. If you're reading this, you've forgotten again. You blasted your mind to bits trying to describe Bekarna's clarity of thought. I'm sorry. Never doubt yourself. Your years of research were well spent, even if one called you Archmage at the end of them, even if they laughed. I know you remember the legend of your favourite Hoana constellation, the Huntress. You need a little confidence. Sent the coordinates of the Huntress and the three stages of her tail into the honorary. You can do more with half a brain than most competent wizards, so get back to work. Okay, so I take it I have to go for the Huntress and then figure out what's next.
If I don't survive our adventures, promise me you'll burn all my books.
Let's just examine the controls. The levers are just a series of numbered dials which correspond to the altitude and azimuth of central bodies. Okay, enter the coordinates of the Huntress. At the last numbers settle into place, you hear the sound of dormant gears beginning to turn. A low vibration builds under your feet. Oh, a bit wobbly. Nice. Research journal details the wizard Bekarna's studies of the night sky. She built an observatory and crafted specialized instruments of research. Her theory is some arcane energies originate from incredible remote sources, perhaps even the stars themselves. Final entry reads, the stars are either dead zones or my instructions lack refinement. Shouting over their energy signature is a concentration of soul essence moving through the Deadfire, enough to justifiably be called a river. Oddly, it seems to pick up speed where it veers off to the northeast. This is drawn into a whirlpool. What is this region hiding that can extract such a tug of reincarnation itself? Bekarna, you're way over your head. Well, it looks like another galaxy. Seems like what you're looking at is another galaxy, far, far away.
You return with news, I hope.
And you know anything about this place, the halls of obscure?
We know little about it. Hopefully we'll learn more as we pursue Maura. Let's sate your curiosity then. Ask. I might even tell you the truth.
Oh, cool. The smile that quirks her lips has an unusual savage quality. Moira.
After visiting this place, I wonder if she truly developed the summoning magic bearing her name, or if Wal gifted her it. Ugh, he's exhausting and exasperating, but smarter than he seems. He is an archmage after all. Still, he's probably the dumbest of us. The definition of a snake. One wonders what cold-blooded malfeasance he perpetrated upon the Huana, that they allowed him to build a castle in the heart of their greatest city.
Money.
The official story is that the Kahanga Palace was structurally unstable, poised to cascade down the mountain until someone financed the renovations.
Do I ask what you think of Cosmo? He's dead. Again.
It gladdens my heart to see he's finally found his proper place in the natural order. As your pet.
Enjoy your delusions, parasite. The Watcher would not hesitate to strike off your head if it served his interests in some mediocre capacity.
We made a bargain with each other.
Consul Hot's reprehensible antics give responsible wizards a bad name.
Like all monsters dragged from the shadows, Consul Hot is smaller than he might seem. I do not fear the likes of him.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
Can I become an archmage? No, well, I'm a paladin, so I guess not.
It seems to me you're not even an apprentice, much less a practiced wizard. I suppose compared to Tane, anything less than rapturous exaltation looks like deepest loathing. I neither like nor dislike them. They serve a useful function, and their constant flatulence aside, they can be rather sweet.
Oh.
Very well.
You want baubles? You give me coin, you get all the baubles you want.
Yes, you think you know each other?
Ach, I'm afraid so. Before I taught him a lesson, this little stinker was fond of relieving himself in my wardrobe.
Oh, lovely. Well, that's nice.
Nasty Fasina smelled so nice. Books and inkwells made her smell like imp instead. That never wash out.
It never wash out. Oh, man.
You want...
It calls me. I'm free. No! I don't want to go back. I remember nothing. Only the anthem.
This whole sanctum is a factory of screams.
Lovely.
The chorus appears to be coming through this tube. I'd say I wonder where it leads, but I'm certain we'll find out eventually.
We will certainly find out eventually. Alright. The hand took me from myself. There exists no other words for it. Pieces of me, the me I was before they're gone, vanished into those screaming maws. Are they still there? Can I retrieve them? Or have they been drained away into the unknowable depths?
Will do.
Hazardous Inquiry. It did seem like she was a nasty person, certainly when you were doing this, the observatory.
The stars are all wrong up there. I have to make them right again.
Did what? Wasted ones. The gate if I can.
I've got it.
Heal our stuff first, I suppose. Save it. So that was the one that actually quest we just did for. Well, not her. Don't know why she's here. Or why did they keep her here?
Stars shooting past on all sides, weaving across the great void.
The wizard furrows her brow as she studies the space around her, focusing on nothing and everything at once.
Casita, I know this prisoner,
Yes, so do I.
Bekarna. She presented her research to the Circle, but of course they laughed her out into the streets.
You know, one sees at the memory. Give her a sapphire. Here, I thought I caught this for you. She tries to grab something from the air, but gently cupping it in both hands. When she opens her palms and finds them empty, she covers her eyes and starts quietly weeping. Places a gemstone on her palm. She stares down at it, eyes wide in disbelief and gratitude. Then she shakes her head and gently passes you something in return.
Kindness is so rare in this place. I don't know this sky. It doesn't have my stars.
Doesn't. You're underneath. She points up to the ceiling and sighs, craning her head back to observe.
Can you help me find the sky again?
Follows and touches your arm imploringly.
Her mind is broken. She cannot speak in plain terms, but her grasp on metaphor seems pretty sound.
Obviously just means outside, I suppose. Sky.
This sky.
Points to her head. She nods as if her meaning should be clear.
The stars are all wrong up there. I have to make them right again.
Fix your brain.
This prison hides understanding. Words are chained down.
Touching Isla's side of her head, Bekarna shakes in frustration.
Memories, the mind, the soul. These things
You'd
are
be able to help her with
intimately
my watcher
interlinked.
ability, right? Yadwin illustrates by intertwining her fingers.
Damage to one can result in significant, often irreversible, harm to another.
I am wrong inside. Only the stars can make me right again. A big
I take it I
hand
might have to find
snatched me
something.
away.
She gets on her tiptoes and makes a grubbing gesture, like she's plucking an egg from the bird's nest.
More metaphors. I can think of only one hand that fits the description.
I learned the secret. A real big one, or maybe just the beginning of one. The hand didn't like that.
Okay, well, I don't have anything. Okay, I'll return short, and there must be something I can do for her. Just annoying me that, again, I don't have insight, even though I have insight. I have insight because, she should have insight. Look at that.